What's up YouTube? This is Matt with That Jeep Adventure. 2022 was a great year. A lot of really good things happened. I made some big changes to the TJ. I broke the CJ, the 1-ton CJ, went on some really cool trail rides and met a lot of really cool people in the process. I didn't get to put out as much content in 2022 as I would have liked. My wife and I were busy, we did a lot of traveling, and I spent a ton of time in the shop. So all the time in the shop means that 2023 is going to be really awesome and we're going to get to have some fun. I already have some really cool stuff planned and you'll see it all here on the YouTube channel. So if you don't already follow the channel, please follow, share it with friends. This is really the best way to help support the channel. Alright, so now let's move to the reason that you're all here. These are the top 10 moments of 2022. Number 10 on my list happens at Hawk Pride Off-Road during the Cancer Beatdown Run. We decided to take Upper Ditch, and they had just done a ton of grading on the trail and there was loose dirt everywhere. I was behind Andy filming him going up the trail when he fell into this giant pit of a hole. I have honestly never seen a situation quite like this one. Both passenger tires were off the ground and the Jeep was on the frame and both axles all at once. It was quite an entertaining situation. He was able to winch himself out of here pretty easily though. Next on my list is the grungy 1-ton CJ5. The Pine Belt Jeep Club crew, we all took a trip up to SMORR in Missouri. This was only the second time I have had the CJ on the trail. One of my favorite moments from that trip was taking the Jeep through Rocky Road. It was a fairly technical trail and the CJ just did amazing. Going from the 35-inch tires that I had on my TJ at the time to the 39.5 tires and full width axles that the CJ has, I was grinning from ear to ear. Number 8 on my list is Stouffer making it up Curly Wolf in his 2-door JK. I think the reason this is one of my favorite moments is because just moments before he did this, he wasn't even planning on trying it.
That is a very steep trail that the 4 doors are going to have a good time with. The 2 doors are going to have a good time watching from down here because physics says nope.
Normally on steep climbs, wheelbase is your friend. We watched all of the 4 doors go up this obstacle first in our group and they all struggled a little bit. Nothing crazy, but enough to make a 2-door driver worry about it at least a little bit. He decided to give it a go and literally just walked up this thing. This is a perfect example of every Jeep is different. Different wheelbases, track widths, tire size, brand, type of tire, vehicle weight, and much more all come into play. It's moments like these that let me know our Jeeps are way more capable than we give them credit for. My number 7 moment of the year is chasing Kyle with the drone as he was driving up Double Whammy. I pretty much walked the trail with him or kind of behind him as he was driving up, and man, this trail was really cool. It had lots of ledges, loose rock. I mean, it was technical. It was a really cool trail. It was cool looking, it was pretty, and it was difficult. So this was an awesome moment in 2022. This brings us to number 6, which oddly enough is the reason that I was walking up Double Whammy chasing Kyle instead of driving my own Jeep. This is the beginning of Cheap Trick. This ledge is well over the hood of my CJ and just a little bit of an undercut. I ended up trying it one too many times and got a little happy with the accelerator. The loud pop that you're about to hear is the rear output on my Dana 20 snapping. Number 5 takes us to Hot Springs, Arkansas, where we have CJ Samurai making it up Gorge. The slab on Gorge is giant and a lot of fun. It's super wide and can get super slick when it's wet. My buddy CJ was 100% determined to make it up the slab in his little 4-length Samurai at Fire and Ice. After a bunch of rev limiter filled attempts, he finally took a good bounce, stayed in the gas, and shot right up it. This was such a cool moment because everyone was beyond pumped and surprised to see this happen. You can hear in the video how excited everyone was. Number 4 hits one of the most well-known obstacles in Missouri, waterfall on the Rattler Trail at SMORR. It is so steep that it will stand a 4-door up high enough to sit on the rear bumper. This one stands out to me not only because this is just a super cool waterfall ledge, but because everyone made it through on a slightly different line than I have seen others take. Usually, you see people let the front driver's side tire drop down off the top of that ledge, which makes it really likely that you're gonna take some driver's side body damage. Somehow, they managed to find a line that kept the driver front tire high and the body well away from the wall. We were super stoked to see the first one in our group make it. Once Kyle made it up, it was off to the races and all the other 4 doors went up with ease.
Play that line. Keep going. Keep going.
There it goes. There it goes. Yeah! Oh man. Yeah! Yeah, dude.
All right, so we have made it to the top 3. We're almost to the end, but for number 3, I had to share the love here between Justin and Jason on the Bee's Knees Trail at Hawk Pride. As we approached this spot, I knew that it was going to be pretty difficult, especially as slick as Hawk Pride was that day. Everything was definitely harder than that day than I've kind of seen in the past. Justin had the wheelbase, but track width was definitely not on his side. This place was super tight. His Jeep was definitely a few inches wider than the trail, but he stayed committed and made it through here in a big and exciting way. This was super cool to watch.
How's that not gonna put it on its lid? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, climb that tree, it'll be all right.
Stop, we gotta get a picture.
Jason, on the other hand, was a little narrower, but had less wheelbase. I think Jason amazed all of us here. Lots of skinny pedal and some great driving allowed him to make it through here pretty quick. This is definitely a spot that video does not do it justice. Brokefoot is a trail that I have ridden a ton of times over the years. Normally, when you get to the end, I've always taken the line to the right, which is pretty difficult in its own right, but if you continue to go straight, there's a lot of big boulders, and it's just, the holes are a lot bigger, so with 35s, I never really went that way. I thought the holes were too big, and I took this other route, but with the new setup on the TJ, and now I'm running 37-inch tires, I wanted to give this a shot. I was amazed at how easily the TJ actually walked through here. It was dry, so the Jeep was able to stay planted and stick to a line. I was able to stay out of the holes and just make it all the way up. Number one on the list is probably the least entertaining to watch, unfortunately, but it definitely means the most to me. It is a game changer and basically the culmination of a goal that I have had for years. So this year I committed to finding some JK44 axles, and I got them swapped into the TJ. So now, you know, I did the Moto Built high lines, I did a little bit of front stretch. I have 37s now, and also those axles are 5.5 inches wider than my old axles. So all of this was giant upgrades for the TJ, and part of what's gonna make 2023 the best that it could possibly be. This year is gonna be really exciting. We've got big trips planned, and I am really excited to really put that thing to the test. Thank you for watching my top 10 moments of 2022. It was a great year. Like I said, I didn't get to film as much as I had liked, but we stayed busy, made progress, and 2023 is gonna be exciting and the best yet.